Alright, and we're back again just with another Bravo practice video. This time we're running it up against the Prism Auras deck that kind of runs around. It was requested just to see some more Prism, and I'm trying to line up one of my friends to do just a couple games of Prism into me so you can actually see how it's supposed to sort of be piloted. The AI just kind of runs all over the place with it. It's kind of funny just to watch. It doesn't know what to do with the auras really. It's very obvious. It's a complicated deck to pilot, and the AI just is programmed to throw out cards. So I'll kind of narrate what's going on, what I should be afraid of, what I would expect them to be doing. That way you can kind of get a grasp on the matchup, because if you're not used to it or if you've never seen it, Prism will run you over. But once you kind of know how she works, she's not that bad, and that's also why you don't see her in the meta that much. Because once you see how she operates, you can kind of play around it, and you sort of have a game plan for it. But if you're not prepared, she just stomps you into the ground. So with that, we're gonna hop into it. The sideboard strategy is basically full aggro, and I'll explain that as we go through the game. All right, so we're on the play, which I'm not thrilled. His hand isn't great, and the other thing with auras is if you're on the first play, they could end of turn, or like end of turn. When you move to end phase, they could just drop an aura. So I actually don't want to swing. Um, this only works once. Once Prism gets used to it, they never do this. But basically, if you have an action point and they drop an aura, you just immediately use the action point swing and break the aura. But most prisms aren't going to do that. I highly doubt the AI is going to do it too. But just out of what you should be doing, I should not be swinging. So all I'm going to do is tech plate and pass, and I'm going to arsenal the belting. Spinal Crush is nice, but it's probably just going to break a Herald. So let's do plate. We will. I kind of want to keep the beltings, so we're going to ditch a Pummel, and then I'll go to end, and they haven't done anything. So I pass priority. They haven't played an aura. I just go straight into it. All right, so we're playing a little slow. Let's see what we get. Tenacity, dump, and arc light. So that would have been scary if they end a turn arc lighted after if we had swung randomly and dropped that, or they dropped that. Like, it's really annoying to come back from that. So it's actually really good that we didn't swing. So we are gonna break this. Um, so the question is, they don't have many auras. I kind of just want to break it with Spinal. Let's see. So what is our next turn? Our next turn is going to be a belting into a hammer. And we can do that with Disable, Buckling Blow. They don't have any shields, so I kind of want to do it with the yellow. So that leads me to think I'll break it with this one. If they do Phantasmal Footsteps into a second, I'll throw the Disable at it. And let's see where this goes. You gonna pay for it and then herald me again? Nope. Okay. So we're just gonna put some pressure on. I don't get to tech plate, but it's fine. We will do. I'm gonna lead with the yellow disable, just on the pitching side, just so they can keep guessing what's going on. And this is the aura control build, so they do have a 9 DRs. And then we'll follow up with the hammer. See what they do. Alright, so they take it, which is kind of the correct choice. And then I would basically pass priority. They might drop an aura on me, but we'll see what the AI does. Answer is nothing. Alright. So the sideboard strategy is basically all gas. Bringing in, I'm running like 6 Zealous Belting, the 3 yellow pummels, and then I traded out the unmovables for disable yellows. Mostly that's just for breaking the library, the extra disables. But you're really just trying to keep pressuring the shields and don't let them establish a board state. That's the biggest thing, is managing the shields. When you're at about 3 shields, that's when you should start panicking, which is why I run the 6 Zealous Beltings. And it's just 6 Zealous Beltings actually really good into a bunch of other control matchups. So we're dealing with an erudition. We can't let this thing hit. They are showing To me, they're showing a Pummel. Like, this tells me there's a Pummel here. It probably isn't, but this is also why I run the Staunch Response, which is actually really well timed. So I am going to staunch this and just hold the belting. So the other thing, I want to save the Terror. I want to save the Rouse. So we are going to, yeah, we're going to Staunch Response this for 8 because I don't want to run into it. So I'll put a Terror. We will pay the extra, pay for Rouse. And this shuts off the Pummel in case they have a Pummel. And then they'll pass back to me and I'll just hammer. So assuming they had like a bunch more resources, they might Erudition and then dump an aura, and then this is when I just here break the aura. But alright, fine, they're gonna DR it. So I'm used to seeing a couple auras, but it's only like 2 turns in. We don't have anything to give the red go again, but we do have stuff for the yellow, so I can't break this, which is annoying. I can block. Oh, there's an aura. This is not allowed to hit because they have an Erudition. There's no way I'm allowing this to hit. So let's see. We are gonna dump. I'm dumping 2 cards into it. I have a ton of armor. I am switching back to Iron Rot for a little bit just because Mage Masters was annoying me, or mostly the Tome was annoying me. So let's throw. I put a Rouse on the bottom, so I want to put Crush. So we're gonna block this out. This is gonna be a boring next turn, but it's fine. What are you gonna do to me? Oh, that's bad. Well, I have a yellow. Well, we're just gonna hammer and fucking pray. Give me another yellow. I'm up to 9 after sideboarding. That's not good. Jeez. All right, give me a yellow. Come on. Oh, this is bad. Well, I can at least belting into a hammer, so I'm threatening 10. So basically, when there is an aura, usually you're gonna go belting to the face to break some shields and force them to block or break their shields, and then the hammer goes after the Spectra. In this situation, I'm breaking the Herald, but I'm going to preserve the 7 in case there's like a Herald of Triumph. So I don't want to use this. I don't want to burn this immediately. I kind of want to save it. So we are going to defend with a 6. We'll break that. I don't have the yellow. So, oh God, here we go. Belting. Yeah, I need all this. You're going to shoot me. Yep, so we are going. Actually, hold on. Thinking, because the order on this, I should be swinging with belting before before I plate, because if I plate first, they could immediately Arclight Sentinel and screw me over. So we're gonna go belting. We're pitching you. Do I run into an Arclight? No, I'm gonna run into a Soul Shield. Fine. Now I can plate, and if they want to Arclight me, so be it. So they broke the combat chain, and then we're gonna do this. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do. Oops, I meant to hammer. I don't know why. I clicked on Bravo for some random reason. So I could hammer. Yeah, let's just. So I screwed up, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna roll with it. We're gonna hammer anyway, and then we're gonna look for the second yellow. So we're gonna get that off the field. I'm probably gonna draw another yellow now and hate myself. All right. So really, we are in like crisis management mode right now. We need to be blocking, breaking heralds, and looking for a yellow. So I could take 6. No, I'll take 1. I don't care. I want to keep this for a hammer. So we're gonna throw. Actually, no. I want to keep this, but we're not gonna. I could throw 4. we're gonna throw away the Asunder. It hurts, but okay. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna hold on to this Spinal to break a Herald, because what I don't want to happen is like a Herald of Erudition to show up and I just like immediately lose because there's a library out. So we're just gonna hammer, keep up breaking Spectres, breaking Auras, and then I'm not arsenaling this thing. Now that 100% should signal to my opponent that I have a 6 in hand. So unless they have a follow-up Herald, Prism should be expecting these to be broken. So I want to get Belting and Arsenal. We're going to use Spinal to break. Break that. Are they paying for it? They got another one? Alright, so I would expect them to have another one there. That was kind of a goof on them. We are going to probably... Yeah, we're just going to hammer. We're going to hammer Arsenal. We're playing impatient. Kind of just controlling the field, assuming like every turn there's an aura coming out. And then Arsenal this. Alright, so we got lucky at least. I can break a Herald. See, there's Genesis. Like, come on, computer. These are your best cards. Let's see. So they're gonna shoot me twice. If they're gonna shoot me twice, if they Herald, I have a Chokeslam. So this is gonna be the thing I save the most. Now the question becomes, you need to not leak damage against Prism as much as you can, because they could just kind of overwhelm you eventually. So our next turn is basically going to look like belting into a hammer, hopefully. So I need Chokeslam and another swing. So these two are dead. Alright, these two are throwaway cards, so I'm going to throw one into this. And throw it into the other one. Oh, no, there's only one. Alright, so we're just going to keep up the pressure. So again, we're going to belting first. See if they got something. And this is why we do the reds. Reds and yellows. Oh, hello. There's an Ode to Wrath too. Jeez. Come on, computer. That's the scary part. And then we're going to hit him again with a hammer. I don't want either of these cards. I want some yellows and I want some high attacks. So we're actually going to... Oh, wait. I can't. I can play anyway, but let's see. There's no way they can Arclight Sentinel to me. If they had a bunch of cards back and we were in this position, I could be afraid that this is an Arclight and they're waiting to, basically waiting for me to plate. Then they Arclight and they'll have 3 shields out. So, assuming that we wouldn't make the plate, we would just swing into the shields. But knowing that they only have 1 card and 1 resource and no cards in hand, I'm not afraid of an Arclight. So we are going to plate and then we're going to Anothos. I don't want... Actually, hold on. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of this. We could Showtime to go get a yellow to go after the library, but honestly, breaking the shields is more important right now because they have 3. So we're still gonna do it, but I kind of want to Arsenal the Showtime. So we're gonna pitch the Thump and save the Showtime. Because what could happen is if I draw the yellow, then I can immediately just Showtime and go get a yellow. Now I don't have Mage Masters though, which is the annoying part. Still playing around without them. All right, so I don't have the yellow. They don't have anything amazing. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna call them out and see if they got Arclight. So we're gonna Bravo. Now this is when they should, if they have it, they should be playing Arclight Sentinel right now. Otherwise, not coming in with the cripple. And if they do, Asunder goes to the bottom, save it for later, and then you just hammer it, and it's fine. Like, you don't have to worry about it. They haven't done that, so we are going to cripple them. Oh, I do have one. Debating, do I play it again? Yeah, let's play it again. And then we'll do this. So basically I'm calling them out if they have a Arclight Sentinel or something else, which they didn't. They just had some Heralds. Okay. They discard 2, lose some stuff, and back to me. There's one of my best cards, just because they love using Soul Shield and DRs, and they got nothing against, or nothing else, so we're just going to keep going. I don't really have much, so we're just going to Command and Conquer and just throw it. I'm going to keep the Staunch Response back, and I don't feel like running into an Arclight, so we're going to do it this way. I messed up. I should not have pitched that immediately. I should have saved that, so just a note, that should have been Thump, but we lucked out and got a disable, so at least we got that. So there's a Mercy. Finally, there's an Aura. Shoot me. Yeah, we're gonna dump a Pummel. We're gonna dump Pummel into it, and then shoot me again. No. All right, they didn't have anything else like to make auras. So we've got a Showtime in case there's a yellow. We're just gonna hammer. So I'm just gonna hit the I'm gonna hit the Spectra and keep the disable back. And yes, we're targeting the Spectra. Let's get rid of you. We're gonna get zapped for 1. That's fine. All right, so I do have 2 cards back in case I need to what is it? Staunch Response in Erudition. So let's see what we got. Herald. You're gonna Herald me. Let's throw. We'll throw you at it. This is in case there's a random Erudition. They saved it. They're gonna shoot me again. That's fine. Yeah, we'll throw a Pummel. Alright, so I may just Showtime just to go get a yellow, because they do have 5. This is a very long time for a library to be out. Like, normally against like people, they would be like so far ahead, because they'd be planning for it, letting stuff through so they could get 5 cards. So we are going to Showtime. Let's go get a disable. And then we're just going to Arsenal Staunch Response. So this is kind of Erudition safety. Ah, yeah, there it is. Alright, so whatever happens, these 2 stay. There's a Herald. We're going to throw Command Conquer and break it. See if they save it. Yep. Yeah, shoot me. I think we're going to let this through. And then we'll go after the library and then hammer. And I've seen, what, 1 Erudition? Yep. So I still got plenty of armor. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to ditch you 2. Get rid of it. And yeah, I'm going to call them out again if they got Arclight Sentinel. It's going to be... We'll find out. Let's go for a hit. Swing. Do I get through? No. Alright, so this is the kind of board state of, alright, they got some incremental advantage. They basically ended the turn with a shield still alive. So now they can keep building on this. Alright, there's the Erudition. They are not signaling a Pummel though, so I don't need to go crazy on this. Let's do... So now we need to think about our follow-up turn. So I can stop this. They'll lose go again if I break it. But I could Staunch Response it. But they would have a go again, right? Oh no, they don't have a yellow. Never mind. So if they don't have a yellow, then I can I can defend this with a Staunch Response and don't have to break it with a 6. So that means I kind of want to get Rouse in Arsenal. So we're gonna do it this way. Do I want backup? No, they got 1 more Erudition and I got a ton of armor, so I can actually throw away this Staunch. So we will not pay extra. We'll stop this. And then we're just gonna hammer again, but I'm gonna follow up with a I'm going to put Rouse in Arsenal, which means if I if I want to Rouse next turn, or hopefully Rouse next turn, I'm not making a new pitch, a new Seismic Surge. I'm just gonna hammer for 4 and then see what happens. Sure. So this little innocuous 4 seems bad. Like I could squeeze out 2, but because it's not that I'm terrified of Arclight Sentinel, it's just that that incremental advantage can really be screwed up if Arclight Sentinel shows up. Or not. That's how they kind of get some incremental advantage. So being aware that it's around is kind of the biggest thing. So we are going to be rousing next turn. So this is our rouse pitch. We got 2 cards to go for it. So I can throw away one of these. I can't throw away both, but I can throw away one. And then, why? Well, I have armor. So let's see. I have one more Herald of Erudition to deal with. I just got rid of my last Staunch. So if I use all my armor, I'll have 2 left, which means I can stop Erudition with a blue in armor or 2 blues in armor. So I think I'm gonna armor this up. This is gonna be the Armor Eater, as one of my friends calls it. And then we're gonna rouse anyway. So because I don't have a Seismic Surge, I don't have to worry about getting Arclight Sentinel. And then we're just gonna smash them for 13. So I'll swing again. And then they should be in trouble now. So it's a bit of a grindy game. And yeah, it's not that I'm like playing around Arclight Sentinel and assuming everything is. It's just knowing that it's a threat and still around is something you should just be aware of, and then trying to play around with it. So again, same thing. We don't have a Seismic Surge, but I do have a Belting into a follow-up hammer. So actually, a follow-up CNC is better. So we're gonna go Belting, get the 5 go again into a CNC, and I'm calling out. Do you have an Arclight? Do you have a defense reaction? So they did nothing there. I'm not going to play. I'm going to fire this Command and Conquer. And then see, what is it? Oh, it was a Pummel. Okay. Let's get that out of there. Now, they're at 1, so they die to a Stiff Breeze. So I've got 9 resources, a Pummel and a Dominate. There goes an Arclight. So here's where do we risk it? Because I kind of want to dominate Pummel them, but that's a bad idea right now. Because they could have a bunch of different things. I feel like just firing something off with a Pummel is better. So I'm going to Buckling Blow Pummel and hold the Disable. So let's let this through. And that should just signal to them as like what's happening right now. So they're gonna Spectral Shield, shoot me, sure. And then I'm just gonna Buckling Blow. And then just try to catch them off guard. This should be very, very innocuous. Like this is screaming I have a Pummel right now. So they should throw another card at this. The thing is, if they throw another card at this, then they've got no follow-up. And I'm just going to start doing this every single turn. But this should kill them. Which it does. Hey, there's an Arclight. So we'll do one more really quick. And we are second. And that's a Herald. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Can I pay for this? No? No, I can't pay for this. I want to save all of this stuff, but no, I can't. You can't have a Herald of Triumph. Or you can't have a Herald on turn 1. I mean, that's not allowed. So, yep. Let's pay the extra. I'm not allowing this to hit. You got a follow up? Alright, fine. So annoying. Okay. And then now we get into the grind. So it seems like you would want a Zealous Belting here, but really I don't. I actually just want to throw a Disable. A Disable or a Hammer. It's 8 versus 6. I'd throw away a yellow to do it. Let's do... if they got an Arclight, let's walk into it. No Arclight. And then we're going to Hammer, put Belting in, and then hold the Disable back. And then this will break something or break a library if I have to. So I didn't Belting there because they didn't have shields. Whole reason that I did that. They had nothing? Alright. Yeah, Belting into a Hammer. Hold the Spinal Crush back to break something. So, sure. I'm throwing away cards that could break library, but right now I'm just kind of like, let's put some pressure on. So this is worth 10. Eat some cards. And some armor. What the? Okay. So we'll break 2. Okay. That made a little more sense. So they do get a shield. They'll probably shoot me once. No, I don't want to let it hit me. So what do I want to throw away? I kind of want to throw away... Alright, so what's our follow-up? I'm just going to Hammer next turn. So we're going to throw away Spinal. It's still a useful card, but life total is more important right now. Better it is. Oops, wait. Oh, I misclicked again. I am playing horribly. So, I shouldn't have played it. That should have gone straight to Anothos. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, fine. We'll just ditch the Command and Conquer. It's not gone from my deck. That was me being really stupid. So, this is why I do this. Just analyze my own play. But there's no, like, take-backs or anything, so... Alright. Yeah, that's something to work with. We got a Herald. I'm going to break it. They're going to shoot me with a Spectral Shield. Yeah, I'm going to break it, hold the Belting. And I can save this for later. So we're just going to Hammer. And I needed to do that just so I could get so I can get up to 6, which is what I did last turn. That was the reflex. I went straight to plate. They don't have... They're not doing anything about it. Maybe they have a DR and then I'll pummel over it. I want to break the shield. You got another one? No? Alright. Really, I just wanted to break the shield. I don't really care about that damage. You want to break their board state. Hand's kind of garbage. Let's see. We're going to break this. They can't really save it. So we'll just break it. Throw away Crippling Crush. It's fine. And then they save it for no reason. Alright. We're just going to Hammer. Get some stuff on the bottom. Do I want to Surge? I want to get rid of both these cards. We're not going to Surge. We're just going to pitch like crap. So we'll do that, and we'll do that. Now this is gonna scream, oh, I have a pummel, but I don't. I'm trying to get cards out of my hand. I want to find some 6 attacks, and just play it safe, grind through their deck. There's 2. There's a Herald. All right, let's see how many resources they got. 0 floating, 1 in hand, 1 on Tunic. Oh yeah, I have Tunic on this. I should probably do this with Vestige, but the computer probably will have no idea what to do with it. So we'll break it. There's the second. Alright, so that's 2 down. So now I'm not really that scared. Do we want to turn up the pressure? I think... Because we got another Belting follow-up. So let's turn up the pressure a little bit. We're going to swing for 11. So 5. Show me an arc light. No. All right. Here's 11, and then we'll arsenal this. So if they start getting shields, I'll follow up. Command and Conquer's good. Oh boy, here's Odarath. And another one. 3. What you doing? All right, Triumph. Yeah, we'll throw away a we throw away a yellow. So our next turn is going to be Hammer to the or Zealous Belting to the face, 1 into the Ode. Arsenal this, so I can save the disable. Yeah, I can save the disable, so we'll ditch you. And then shoot me. This is worth 2. They've got 1 more Herald going. Herald of Erudition's 5, so this basically blocks 2. And then Hammer to the face, or Belting to the face. No. And then we'll hammer the Spectra. And target Spectra. So this is the normal turn of, they'll have a couple shields. You're going to Belting, Rouse, or something to the face to basically keep the shields down. Then the second swing goes right into the Spectra to clear it. And that's kind of how the first half of the game just constantly goes. Alright, so we've got Erudition back up. I got CNC if they manage to put anything in there. Oh, look, Genesis. They should play that card. It's pretty good. We can't stop this immediately. Do we just 2-card this? I feel like we 2-card this. 2-card this and hammer, or 2-card this and CNC. Or we wait for a pummel. Let's see, what do they do? So they do nothing. I'm gonna wait for the pummel. I'm not terribly worried. We're gonna play it slow. So the reason I'm doing that is, yes, CNC is very valuable here, but I'm not really looking to pivot into attack mode and just like throw stuff and make them block. I'm looking to break stuff. So we're gonna play this slow and wait for a pummel, hopefully. If I have to fire it early, I'll fire it early. But let's see. We're gonna break you. We're gonna break it. Yeah, we're gonna break with Spinal Crush. You are less useful in this right now. They saved it. You gonna shoot me? No. All right. Well, let's threaten it. So I'm gonna call him out. You got it? And the answer is no. Alright, so... Oh, hello. Alright, so we break 1. I'm gonna get shot a bunch. Okay, so there's the pummel. So I need 2 of these. I'm gonna throw away 1. We're throwing away Showtime. I want to keep both of these. I want to keep the Tear and I want to keep the Cranial. So we're gonna throw away 1. And then... Oh, they didn't have anything follow up. Yes, I'm still gonna Command and Conquer, because if any of these are a DR, then they could actually play it out if it's just a regular attack. So CNC Pummel is specifically in here just to break shields and break the arsenal. I'm not really looking to push damage with it or just like annoy people and pivot. It's specifically here to just break stuff. So we're gonna fire this off, see what they do. Should I pummel this? Yeah, I feel like... So what this is telling me is if they're not saving their shields, they have a good follow-up, which usually means there's a Spectra coming. So I'm going to force it. So if this was a person, I would see the situation and say, hey, you have an aura coming. The thing with when they do these aura turns, they want to put an aura down, hold a yellow back, and then like have something in their soul, so then they can shoot a couple times. So I am gonna pummel this anyway because I want to just screw with their hand and then see what we get. So that's the whole reasoning of why I did that. Like that screams to me, oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it was a library. Okay. At least now we made them discard a yellow, so they don't get the 5. The only thing, they didn't have an out for it anyway, but still, it's like, jeez. All right. Do you have Arclight? No. And then coming with a cripple. See what you got. All right, there's the third Herald. So I'm not afraid of them right now. So armor is open for a little while. I got a couple turns. There's a yellow. They got no follow up. So Arsenal, hold, hammer. Um, hmm. Yeah, I need to get both these out of my hand. I'm just gonna hammer. I just need to clear space. Sure, whatever. Do I want to pummel it? No. Get you an arsenal. So this is shield backup. This is library killer. And now the next 3 is just break stuff. Alright. Oh, there's Mercy. So we're going to be doing a belting next turn. No! Belting, hammer. No, I'm not giving you anything in your soul. Get out of here. 3? You're the least useful right now, or in this matchup. And then block. Do I overblock? This, when things are left over, this will be worth 3, and then when things will be over, all these will be worth 3. So it's all the same between these two. Yeah, we'll just block it for Xaxes. And then we're going to be doing a belting into a Mercy. So belting. No, not the Spectra. We're going face. Sure. And then right into the Spectra. Could I have put out a tech plate? Maybe. Kind of thinking I don't need to. That'd be a questionable thing of should I have done that? So I'd go back and like analyze myself of was it a good idea to like skip over it or not. No, I'm not arseling, so that immediately signals this is either a yellow or this is a 6 cost. All right, so you're an arsenal, break duty, hammer. Yeah, you're getting broken. So arsenal, hammer, and then library duty, hammer. No, is this gonna get through? Hey, it got through. I was expecting a DR. Put you in and wait. Be nice and patient. There's an ode. Jeez, alright. Well, I would expect all this stuff to be coming out way earlier, but it's not. Alright, so 1. What's our turn next? It's going to be belting into a hammer. And then I want another go again. So Arsenal, pay for belting, pay for hammer. Do I want to take 2? There's 3 left. I want to save this for Command and Conquer. For a card and command. Or maybe even 2 cards. And then that for Command and Conquer. So no, we're not defending it. I'll take 2. Alright, belting. Oh, I pointed to the wrong cards. It was Cranial Crush is for belting. But you get the point. Oh, hey, there's a DR. And then going target Spectra. Let's get rid of you. Get that in the arsenal. And then see what we get. Come on, yellow. Hey. So I can't. Well, we're not going to be able to rouse, but more importantly, I need to kill that stupid library. So we're going to break this. They can't save it right now. We're going to break the library hammer and hopefully take out a shield. Get out of here. And then hammer. And hopefully this comes over a 3 block. It's fine. Killing the shield is more important. And then they're out of a ton of threats. They've only got one erudition left that we need to worry about. And then I don't think they run, or I don't think I put remembrance in that build, but sometimes people do it. Ah, annoying. All right, so they're coming at us with a ton. We can't rouse next turn, but we can CNC pummel it. So I need 4 resources. I need all my resources. So we're not going to defend any of this. We're also not going to make a seismic surge because I don't want to give them a chance to arc light. I want to break shields. So shoot me 3 times. Come on, what do you got? Alright, we're going to CNC. And then this should also be screaming pummel, but what can you do? One of the good plays if they were doing this would be like let that through. They would see the pummel coming, but then they would just play mercy in response. So I wouldn't force them to discard, and then I would break all their shields and take some damage. Who knows if that's what they have because the computer doesn't know to do that. And that's what I mean by like computer doesn't know how to pilot this deck. And there's the erudition that we were talking about. So this is not allowed to hit. So dominate. Alright, I want to keep the disable. So if I want to rouse next turn, pitch for rouse, show for rouse, break. So we're going to break. They didn't save it, so they got nothing. So we're going to rouse and try and go for kill. I mean, that's the game plan. I don't know if this probably isn't going to connect. I'm probably going to chew their hand, but I'm winning by a lot. Yep, do that, do that. And the question is, do I want to... Oh, there's an arc light. Could they have arc light? Yeah, they could have. They probably could have arc lighted, just to be annoying and prolong it. But what I was thinking was, I would not arsenal that. I would hold that back as a safety measure for whatever was on the pitch on the bottom. I would hold that back for just any more breaking heralds. Like I don't need the arsenal at this point for card efficiency. I needed it for like go agains. So that's why I would not arsenal this. But you know, AI doesn't really know how to pilot the Prism deck, and it is a complicated deck, so I wouldn't expect it to. That's why I'm kind of narrating what I would be expecting them to do. So that we only saw what like three out of the 9 auras in the deck. So is it 9? Genesis, Mercy, Ode. I think there's 11 or 12. I think I have 11 because I don't like to overload with arc lights against Bravo. If this was like aggro, I would put them in. So hopefully that helps you with your Prism matchup. And I'm going to try and line up some TTS games that they'll let me record. A lot of people don't want to be recorded. But hopefully that's informative for you. And I'll see you in the next one.